This really stout mugged white-legged one here on screen is 81-12. We're offering a pair of sisters here. This is lot 42. This is -12, 81-12. She's a King of the Hill, direct King of the Hill daughter out of 217-13. She's actually bred to Waspy due June 16th, and I want to go back to her mother. 217-13, I think at least 6 months ago, we had more daughters of that sow than any other sow on the farm in production. And I think it's been that way now for almost 2 years running. She has been an absolute factory of daughters. Not that her litters have been tipped one way or the other, but she has big litters, and she has deep litters. She's been very prolific, and we've hoarded them for obvious reasons. And Boots, these would be maternal sisters to the 15-litter gangster sows that are just getting started. We're talking about the same sow on the bottom side. These would have been out of one of her very first litters, these King of the Hill sows. So these are some of the oldest ones. And I can just tell you with confidence, for the next 2 or 3 years, you're going to hear a lot about 217-13 and her daughters. In fact, I would predict at some point that sow will get her own page in the catalog as a reference sow only. So I don't know if all of that makes any difference to anybody. Maybe you only care about what they look like, and if you need something stout, if you want to own one that's got structure, that's got feature, this one has it. And these 81s, both of them, they're cut from the same mold. They've got big, stout skulls. They have great big tails. Their feet are big. Their bones are right, and they generate that kind of structure. This one has done a good job. There's a backdrop daughter out of her at the slap barn that's incredible. That's the only one we got, and that's the biggest reason why she's not in the sale. I thought about it for about a half a second and decided we needed to keep her, especially since her mom was leaving. But that one's elite, and she's bred, I think, for similar results this time. She's bred to Waspy. I think this is an awesome phenotypic match for the two of them, and this is 81-12, sells as lot 42.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you here. I think the litter that she's carrying ought to have as much potential as anything. And the big thing I tell you, because I'm sure you'll see it on screen, is 90% of the time, the ones that generate bone have just a little bit more ear set. Just kind of the way it is there. She's got bone, she generates bone, but she's also bred to the tightest, smallest eared boar that we have in Waspy, who has just an unreal amount of presence. And whenever we looked at her in the grass earlier, and I looked up that she was bred to Waspy, it made perfect sense, because if he'll just inject a shot of presence here, man, the density, the build, the correctness here, it's going to be a lot of fun to build around. Whether you be trying to make bears, or maybe even a boar prospect out of this litter, or just trying to hoard all the daughters to build around. Either option or either route here looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to me. Again, I think visually about as good of a matchup as we've got, and one that I'd be awfully excited about watching.
Are you trying to say we were actually paying attention, or studying our lesson?
Someone was on their game this winter for sure.
I wrote the footnote, and I know you'll agree with this: sell the bears, maximize the value of the bears, keep the gilts, repeat.
Absolutely,
keep doing it. 81-12. She sells as lot 42. She's a direct King of the Hill daughter, bred to Waspy, due June 16th.